Okay. All right. So we have it. Okay. Oh, we got two. Okay, let's start here. All right. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Joshua 27. Um, you're a pretty person, pretty woman. It
Thank
was
you.
just the nails to me. I'm not a very big fan of the long coffin cut nails. It's just
Okay.
Not him knowing the shape.
yeah.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Her
that's it
nails
for
look
me.
tight. Her
Other than
nails
that,
look
you
tight though.
great.
Thank
I
you.
like your hobbies. So yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
And now, Mercedes, is he someone that's your type?
Very attractive. So yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Now, do you do always like long nails or?
Yes.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had nails for
I
five
don't got
years
no
now.
problem
So
with the nails.
Wow.
I like
it's
the
like
fact that
really
she
my only
wearing
thing
her
I
real
do. So
hair.
Okay.
She
And
ain't
we
got
can
her
get two more
face
pops.
all.
Let's go down over here.
Her
Your
face ain't all made up. You know what I'm saying? She look normal. I like that. I like the way that she look. Even with the tattoos, I could probably deal with that. I don't mind her tattoos as much. She look good to me. She's not like the flashes. She ain't like the prettiest girl in the world, but she's somewhere right in between. Matter of fact, I want to show y'all this video of something that this girl named Manda that I follow on Instagram said. She said, "Where is that video at?" I don't know if it was a post. Yeah, here it is, right here.
Okay, now first things first. If she's single and she does not have children, you need to stick between a 6 and an 8. And the 8 is pushing it. Because once you hit those 8s, 9s, and 10s, you probably don't have enough money, attention, or patience for that woman. Because she's probably not used to being told no. She gets attention all day long. It's going to be a lot of maintenance. The more beautiful the woman, the bigger the headache. So you got to be ready for that. Unless you got a big bag and that's what you want to do, then cool. But if not, you need to stick between those 6s and those 8s. Okay, they're a little bit more humble. Now, on the other end, if she's single and she has children, you can go a little bit higher up on the beauty scale. You can hit those 8s, 9s, and 10s. But you need to make sure, let her have a low Instagram following. She's not really outside too much. Nobody really knows that much about her. You want to make sure she's not always outside. Now, I'm not saying moms can't be outside, but what I'm saying is if she's always outside and she has kids, you might want to check those mothering skills because her priorities are right. Now, another thing is you need to make sure she says she doesn't hate her ex, because usually with women, it's the opposite. If she says she hates him, she probably still loves him. And then, of course, you want them to be in a neutral space with her, with the other parent, okay? Because that's a level of maturity. You want to make sure she's a mature woman. Women with children, they usually make a little bit more sacrifices. They know how to put other people before them. Then, they're probably going to cook a good meal and take care of the house. So, but like I said, you got to watch out for those other things. Now, stay. Okay, now, first things first.
I don't know where the rest of the video is. I hope there's more because I plan on finding it and seeing what else she has to say. But I won't lie. I was very, very surprised to hear a woman say some shit like this because this is almost like a theory that I formulated in my head a long time ago. And I even said this out loud to a woman that I was fucking with children. And she was almost like, no, 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 it's not like that. And I'm like, yes, the fuck it is. Um, See, the thing that she said that I'm kind of getting at with this girl here on this pop the balloon episode was that this woman is like I said, she's not like the prettiest woman in the world. She's prettiest to me, but if I was to rate her, I would give her like a 6, 6.5, 7, something like that, where she's kind of like a modest looking woman. People usually hear the number 6 on a scale from 1 to 10, and they think that 6 or 7 is bad because it sounds like meh. No, but 5 is the middle point. That's like where you're almost unremarkable. 5 is where it's like sh- she's okay. 6 it means you're above average. Literally, statistically, most people are average looking. That's just how statistics work. Anything above a 5 is, it's remarkable. It's something that's good. You're better than good. So it's not a bad thing to say that she's a 6. I think this girl here is a 6. I think she looks pretty she's pretty to me. And she ain't got too much going on. I don't know nothing about her, so I don't know if she crazy or not. But I'm just saying, like that video we just watched on Instagram, she's basically saying, when you start talking about them 8s and them 9s and them 10s, and they're single without kids too, then they have all the leeway in the world to do whatever they want. They can live whatever, they can come and go as they please. They could deal with whatever type of nigga they can because they can afford the patience. They can afford they have the luxury of being able to pick and choose between the men because there's going to be a larger pool of men going for a single woman with no kids because a man would rather have kids with a woman that doesn't have kids. A man would rather be with a woman that doesn't have kids, especially if he doesn't. Because um if she doesn't have a kid, then she's probably always going to be available, or she's going to be much more flexible with her schedule than a woman that isn't. I mean, that a woman that does have kids. And then a woman who doesn't have kids, they're going to have inflated egos a lot of times. It's not always the case because I've seen it both ways. I just want to make that clear, but I'm saying the likelihood seems to be more so that a woman without kids and she's beautiful than a motherfucker is going to have this inflated ego and she's going to be a little more difficult to deal with. It's just the truth of the matter. It's almost like I don't have a metaphor for it. I thought I did, but but then as opposed to if you was to find a beautiful woman with a child, the fact that she is a mother puts her in a totally different mind frame um with dating and with everything else. The way that she thinks is going to be totally different. uh Her priorities are going to be totally different. She's going to be more family oriented. She's going to know how to cook. She's going to know how to run a household more than likely because she has a child and she has to do that as we speak, especially if her child is a little older. She's going to be focused more on schoolwork and basically creating a structure for a child. That's if she's not crazy and she has the right things on her priority list at the top. You know what I'm saying? And then a man would definitely find those traits and those qualities beneficial to him. I've been through it several times. Women with children. As much as I don't want to be a stepfather again, especially not to some super young children, like I would do it, but um, you know, I have to admit that I like single mothers because it comes with a totally different mindset. Um, you know, I don't really like the idea of raising another nigga's kids, but I do like the way that single mothers move because they are like not about no games. They value their time. They usually not outside like that. They're usually done with all of that, and it's like they've already been through the bumps and bruises that motherhood or single motherhood sends you through. So they kind of already gotten beaten up by life a little bit. So the things that they value, the things that they look for are different than women who are single. Women who are single it's like a lot of times, especially if they're younger, they don't know what the fuck they're looking for. They're just looking for fun. They just out here bullshitting because they can afford it. Whereas a woman with kids, she can't afford to be out here fucking around. I ain't got time to be playing with you, nigga. I got shit to do. So if I give you my time, then that means like I really fuck with you because I only got a limited amount of time before I gotta go make this fucking lunch for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?